Hey, welcome to the show. Feeling good with Duddy. That's me. Let's go.
Well, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Feeling Good with Duddy. We're feeling great. That's right, because we have some old friends on the show. We got Bikini Trill in the house. We've got a bunch of fun segments ahead, and we've got the man himself. You guessed it, Duddy B.
What's happening? That's right. We are back. We are in the underground bunker lair, hiding out, surviving these coronal times. I drove from my house through the wasteland, and I made it here safely without seeing another soul. I climbed down the 100-foot ladder, swam through the pool of Purell, went through my own cavity check, did it myself. Then I took off the rubber gloves. That's why you were wearing them, right? And then I swam through the Purell cavity check. I did the Total Recall X-ray machine, aced that. Thermometer 98.7, and then held my breath for 20 seconds because I heard that if you can't hold it for 10 seconds, you got the corona. Damn. I held it for 20 just to be safe, and I'm in, ready to go.
You are going over and above because the hold your breath thing you didn't have to do, and you don't have to give yourself a cavity check, but you do it every time.
It's just better safe than sorry.
Absolutely, dude, and we respect you and we thank you.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that is a fun one. We did hear that hold your breath. If you can hold your breath for 10 seconds, you're fine.
You're good.
That can't be true, right there. I mean, oh my God.
Do you think it's true?
Do you think it's true?
Yeah, but other than that,
what's going on with Dirty Heads?
Yeah, this episode is dropping tomorrow, which will be Friday, May 1st, and if you are listening to this on Friday, May 1st, tonight we are doing the Dirty Heads live stream. We're going to be playing, I think it's like 10 or 11 acoustic tracks. Super cool. We got a buddy of ours coming in, bringing some cool cameras, and we're going to try and make it just something special. So looking forward to that. And also, we are starting to plan something really cool with the Dirty Heads that we're going to start doing with these live streams, that every other week we're going to do a new live stream where we're going to play songs from each album. So obviously, we'll start with like Any Port in a Storm, and then we'll go Cabin by the Sea. Chronological order, you get it. We're going to play each album. And we're going to start that, so that's going to be fun. And
you're going to be spending a lot of time in the bunker.
I love the bunker.
Between this show and the Dirty Heads, that's going to be a lot of dude. That's a lot of Purell filled.
It's a lot of Purell, man. If I'm not at my house, I'm in the bunker. That's it.
That's it, dude. Otherwise, there's not much to do. Well, we do have another installment of our new favorite segment, Conspiracy Query, but of course, we don't want to get into that until we have our guests here with us.
You bring them in.
Let's bring them in, dude. Let's do it right now. So we've got the entire band, but we've got two of them on set here with us. We're trying to keep as much distance as we can. We met Bikini Trill last summer on tour. They were on tour with Dirty Heads. I was on that tour helping with merch and other things for this show, and we hit it off with these guys immediately. They're an awesome band, Bikini Trill, and right now we have Tony and we got Roach, the boys. What's up?
What up?
How was the Purell Swim for you guys? A lot of people are scared about the Purell Swim, but we tell them you can actually open your eyes and breathe when you're swimming through Purell. Was that easy for you guys?
I thought we would need the goggles, but we didn't even need them. It was perfect.
See? I always say that. And the cavity search, did you guys enjoy watching Duddy do that?
That was our favorite part for sure. And I appreciate Duddy letting us, thank you for letting us do the rectal thermometer just to prove that your temperature was normal. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a rectal. That was the thing. Duddy pulled it out of his mouth and said, "Boys."
Okay.
Oh my God. Too far?
Too soon.
Yeah.
In my defense, the show just started.
In my defense, the next step is the Purell Swim, so I clean everything.
Oh my God. He throws the thermometer right back into the Purell pool and we continue. Oh shit. Yeah, welcome to the bunker, dude. How do you like it?
Dude, this place is sick, man. It's like a big playground.
You know what I like about this? You guys are the most colorful band, and Duddy and I have talked about you guys on this show before. I believe when we had Nick from the Dreamers on, because he was also on last summer's tour.
Shout out Nick.
We called you guys. I think I said your guys' van was like the mystery mobile from Scooby Doo, and then when you guys piled out, it felt the same way because you're all colorful. You look like cartoon characters, and even right now, you guys are matching the set pretty perfectly.
Dude, this spot is so vibey.
You
Wait, can we
guys
cuss
did a-
on this show? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say fuck.
You can
You
do
can
whatever
say
you want.
Fuck.
Okay. A bunch of times.
No,
waiting
this
to
is like
say
the
fuck.
coolest spot I've ever seen. Especially like, dude, growing up as a Dirty Heads fan, like to be in the Mecca. This is like holy shit, dude. This is crazy
You're in
right
the
now.
bunker.
We're in the
bunker.
bunker. This
Yeah,
is
all
crazy.
that's missing is the half pipe, but
That's
I know.
coming soon. We've been
They said
talking
coming
about
soon
it.
though. Yes.
My band members are like, no, Duddy, don't. You're gonna break your fucking arm, dude. Which
we
they're
all-
right. I probably will.
We're always like, we're gonna make this like a little fantasy factory because, you know, Duddy's got a little frisbee golf goal over here, so we can do that. He's got a little putt golf thing over here, so we can do that. He's got cornhole in here, so you're right. All we need is
cornhole.
we need a ping pong table.
We gotta get a
Ooh,
ping pong
yes.
table,
A
foosball
clutch.
table. I want foosball.
Foosball would be
Foosball.
amazing.
Foosball.
Dartboard, I think, is
Dartboard.
easy, and
Yeah.
that's gotta. We could even have the dartboard on the. I mean, that's weird. I
Well, you
guess.
get it. We're gonna have some
We're
fun
gonna have some
stuff.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
shit. But at any rate, we got Bikini Trill. We've wanted to have you guys on the show for a long time, so I'm glad that it's now that we've got our new shit going on. We're in the bunker, our new home.
Perfect
What's
timing.
up with you guys? What are you doing?
dude, thanks for having us. For real.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
What are you guys doing here to like survive these coronal times? How you keeping busy?
Weird times, man. We've just been like we've been quarantined, you know, like especially those first few weeks when nobody really knew what the hell was going
Yeah.
on. We were kind of like you know, of course we're making music, like we'll exchange ideas, but we weren't really getting together until, I mean, honestly, after a few weeks, we kind of figured, okay, we've all been quarantined for
Yeah.
Yeah.
long enough to where I think it's safe if we can get together at safe distances.
You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
so we
So now we've been
basically-
jamming.
We
We've been
set up a
jamming.
studio in K-Town, and we just been. It was cool. We find in the midst of all this chaos, we had this crazy light shine. So we were able to like get together and work there, and it's been like insane to have your own spot to just be yourself and not have to worry about other bands coming in right after you. So
Oh, so you were having to rehearse.
Yeah, this is our first
before.
time having like a
Yeah.
spot for rehearsing,
Oh,
for
you
making
need your
music
stuff set
24
up.
hours. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
best feeling
Yeah.
ever.
our
You
own
were
little
telling-
mini bunker.
Right.
You were telling me something about like sneaking into studios and shit. Or?
see, like that's the thing. Before we were sneaking into a couple studios, Paramount, American, Encore, it's like famous studios, but
Through Roach, I mean, we weren't just like sneaking in the
Yeah,
back door.
like, how did
basically,
you-
no,
okay,
yeah,
so like
like-
basically what happens is like you have a major label artist come in and they'll do a 12-hour session, but you know, most people are fucking off, not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So
Oh, for those that don't know, Roach is an engineer, so that's kind of
Right,
like
so
we're all
like-
from Texas, actually, the three of us. Lauren's over there on the couch. She
Shout out
says
to
what's up.
Lauren,
I'm about to drag her
Jeezy.
over here in a minute.
Yeah.
LJ,
But we, we're from like the three of us. We're from Texas originally, and we all came out at separate times to California. He was the first one though, so he's an engineer. We all grew up making music together and stuff. But so once Roach came to California to pursue engineering
from Austin, Texas.
from Austin, that's where we're from. He, that's just
kinda-
to, like
it's crazy, yeah.
So Roach works at these dope studios,
Right.
and so.
This makes sense. So they're fucking off. They're not using their time properly. Maybe half the band shows up late or leaves.
Yeah,
early.
it's
You call the
crazy
band,
how much-
"Get in
right.
here. The studio's paid for. It's
you know,
open.
for sure, I'm texting everybody like, be on standby. These fools are about to leave. We're gonna jump in here and get it in. Do the Trill vision. You
Dude,
feel
the
me?
first, like literally the first EP, the first two
I
EPs
love that.
were all done. All the, like, of course, you know, we make the beats on our own, but then all Lauren's vocals, a lot of the writing process, it's all that was done.
at American, a studio in North Hollywood, famous, started by Ray Parker Jr. Like
Ghostbusters theme.
Yeah, he was Michael Jackson's guitarist. Anyways, that spot has been used by Kanye, Kid Cudi, J. Cole. You know, a lot of people right now are using that studio, and it's like we got to go in there, and when they're not using it, you know, when Cudi's not using it, we're in there using it. So it's like,
So the mics are set up. What do? You just jump onto the gear that's set up and ready to fucking go?
Yeah, I mean,
Now it's
bam,
just
hit
like,
record. Let's
got
do
your
this.
laptop?
That's all it is,
Plug your
dude.
fucking laptop in, you're running the board.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
Where's the
Love
aux?
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
the mic wasn't even being used half the time,
Yeah.
to be honest. It's like the mic's there. Let's use it. Let's utilize the space in the
Well, I
gear.
mean, I'll
Why
be honest,
not?
dude, when we lock out a studio, you know, and we have it all day and like, okay, 12-hour day sessions, I'm not in there for fucking 12 hours.
Exactly.
Right.
I usually get all my writing and like things like that I need to do before I'm in there. I
Yep.
get in there, I drop
sure.
my fucking parts later. Like,
Right.
Jared likes to hang out in there a little more than me. Like he'll stay and he likes to like write his verses in there and stuff. I like to write my verses like at home or
Yep.
like while I'm taking a walk or whatever.
For
you know?
sure.
Interesting.
So,
Just
yeah,
get in,
if I
knock
got
it
a
out.
12-hour studio day. I'm
Right.
probably in there 4 or 5 hours.
And a lot of studios.
But those people that are working there, those guys got to stay there to make sure, in case anybody decides to show
we're
up.
the first one there, last one to leave.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
we can't get in without.
And
you guys.
that's how you get it. That's how you get ahead too.
No, fuck yeah, man.
Utilize that time when no one else is utilizing it. So it's
those opportunities probably helped start the band with the three. Like honestly, the band wasn't even
that same session is how we met Cheese and then met Christian and met you guys. Because when I worked with Kanye and Cudi, we met this guy Killhofer.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Killhofer.
Yeah, shout out to Killhofer. And
Dude.
he connects us with Cheese, and then Cheese, connects us with Christian, and now you guys, it's all family now. It's
and that's
kind
how
of
you
crazy.
ended up on tour. That's
Holy
how we
straight
all
up.
met, and
Crazy.
here we are.
Straight
in the
up.
bunker.
Here we are, dude.
That's dope.
So the tour we're talking about is last summer. The Dirty Heads, 311, the Interrupters,
Yep.
Bikini Trill, and the Dreamers.
Summer
And-
love, baby.
Yeah,
Summer love.
that was a pretty awesome, fun time. Was that was your guys' first like big national tour?
Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, we shared that with Dreamers. We both realized that's our first big arena tour nationwide like that. So
Dude, do you remember pulling up to that first spot? We're in the van. We didn't even have credentials or anything, and we're just like, we're the opening band. Like, I think we're in the right
Sure you
spot.
are.
Yeah,
And then we
Right.
pull up, we see the fucking van with Duddy's face right on the side. And we're like, I think we're in the right spot. And then you guys fly by on the skateboards, just come cruising through, and we're like, that's fucking
I
Duddy.
remember this
They're
now.
flying by right
Yeah.
there.
I
Dude.
remember you guys. I remember. Yes, dude. The first thing you said. You
I was
popped
so
out
high,
of
I don't remember.
Where's all the weed at? Or
Where the weed at? That's
what I'm
classic.
saying. Where
That's
the weed
the-
at? Like, where you guys know where all the weed's at? Me and Red
Oh my God.
from the bus that I was on, we didn't really know where all the fucking weed was at either, because we're just there with like feeling good with Duddy, which is.
But
the
Duddy
side
knew.
piece.
Duddy knew all
Duddy
right.
always knows.
He
Anthony
always
back
knows.
here with the cameras just showed us, dude, he's got the craziest footage, first of all, from that entire tour. Him and our buddy Braden actually got a bunch of really sick footage from the whole tour. But he's got this fucking video. Remember when we were like, at one point, we were somewhere, we were in like Duluth, Minnesota, somewhere random. Or it may have been a state where weed is legal. Just throwing that out there. I don't remember, but
never mind.
Somewhere legal.
yeah, never leave somewhere illegal. But we were out, and I just remember like something happened. You guys were all in the tour van, and at one point, Duddy like opens the window and yelled to us, and we all just ran out with our hands. And Duddy's like the fucking weed fairy,
Ice cream
sprinkling
weed
nugs,
man.
throwing
Yeah.
nugs out the
I remember
window.
that.
Throwing nugs out to the window to the happy little
Dude,
children.
that was the best experience ever. I'm not gonna lie. We're super grateful, you guys, everybody that let us be a part of it, and that was like,
Nah, that was
Dude,
such a
especially
great,
for
great
us,
summer, man.
we're the opening band, so
Right.
we get to be a part of all this. But then once we get off stage, we're at a Dirty Head show every night.
bro,
We
we
get
were
to,
in the
like,
crowd every
Dude,
night.
that
Fuck
shit was
being
wild.
backstage. We were going out there, hanging out with the fans and watching,
Oh,
like
yeah,
from the
man.
fans' perspective, because we're fucking diehard fans. So it's
jumping around on the lawn and shit.
yeah,
that was
that was
crazy.
fun, man.
There was 98 people on that tour. I was told at one point somebody
Oh,
said, "Yeah,
crew?
there's 98 people on this
Holy
tour.
shit.
Bands, crew,
Right.
everybody." I mean, Duddy, you named all the bands, and a lot of those bands had multiple buses. There was like 4 semi trucks. I mean, this was a huge tour, and every one of us just hit it off. That's such a weird thing. Not
Is that rare? I mean,
Because that's our only experience. So we're
Yeah,
like,
so I'm
it's
wondering
not
what
always
is
people-
is it
other
always
tours
like
like?
this? Is it always this chill?
It's
Yeah.
not always tours like people screaming at each other. It's not
Right.
that. But, it's sometimes people keep to themselves. And a lot of times
Right.
you might not even barely talk to some of the other bands during an entire summer tour. But that tour, it seemed like, look, all of us made friends. We're back in the bunker. I think we've had someone from every single band except 311, who they were all nice as hell to us too.
Yeah.
That's the only band we haven't had on this show. But the Dreamers, Nick was on here. You guys are on
Crazy.
here, and obviously guys from the Dirty Heads.
We had Interrupters.
And Interrupters,
Yeah.
guitar player was on with us,
Oh,
Kevin.
hell yeah.
So I'm like, we all just hit it off good for 98 people to be on a tour. And even the crew members, there was no
Crew was
screaming
chill.
match.
Yeah.
Shout out to the crew because they
Yeah.
busted their asses. That was
they killed
so much
themselves.
fun.
Dude.
And they were chill, like you're saying. Like,
Dude,
usually-
everyone, the drivers,
Hey, shout out to Bullet.
our boy Bullet,
Mike,
shout out.
Hey, big shout out to the drivers 'cause they were
That's
chill
kinda
too.
what I mean too. It's like you remember all the drivers. There's a lot of great tours because most people in bands are happy, but that was a special
Yo,
one,
we
too.
sampled one of the drivers. His name, we call him Bullet because one night I happened to be driving. Me and Tony we swapped on driving the whole way.
Yeah.
One night or day or nighttime, I was driving. I happened to drive
like
a little
2 in
bit.
the morning.
I drive a little slower. I'm kind of old
Pulling
man.
a trailer, it was our first time actually, like with the van, full van with trailer.
But I was going pretty slow. Then boom, this semi's like flying by. I'm like, oh shit! A couple, we're moving
like
around.
dangerously to where we were
Yeah.
like, we had to like swerve out of the way. He almost fucking hit us, but we didn't. At the time, we were just like, dude, this must have just been some random 18-wheeler on the road. But then the next day at catering, fucking driver comes up and he's like, he noticed our van and he was like, was that y'all out there last night? Y'all see a bullet go by? Y'all see a bullet go by?
Heavy accent.
We start calling him Bullet the whole tour.
That's
What
great.
do you say?
Dude.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, he's like, sorry about that.
Fucking rad.
Dude,
The drivers, it's like, it's a hit or miss with your bus driver. Like, you can get some, dude, I've had some of the coolest motherfuckers ever that you're just like, this guy's the best. And then you just sometimes just get a salty ass,
A
dude.
dick, like an
Really?
absolute
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
dick.
hell no.
That's just
Dick.
like,
Really?
I
Oh, yeah,
fucking
we
And
hate
you can't replace them?
You can.
you can.
Oh, you can?
I've had,
Okay,
I've had to threaten to replace a driver when I was the Dirty Heads like tour manager.
Jesus.
No way.
Yeah, because you guys are
Shitty.
like, this guy's a fucking prick. Go tell him he sucks. And I'm like, oh shit. I have to like close the door and go up there and go, bro, you're a dick. You're bringing us all down. And that guy turned his attitude around, but we've had some prick bus drivers, and it sucks.
Well, it's crazy because we didn't realize that for those guys, because, you know, we're driving ourselves, but for, like, y'all's drivers, once y'all get to the show and you start setting up, they have to go, that's when they go to a hotel to crash
Yep,
out.
they gotta go try to
So
So
sleep.
they go sleep all day and then come back after the show to drive everybody.
Yeah.
That
So
shit
yeah,
is
you really
crazy.
don't see
Funky
them
life.
much. It's a funky life,
That's
man.
super
I remember.
funky.
Do you remember Smooth?
Which tour was that?
I thought it was that summer tour. Smooth is the funniest driver, man. Hey,
don't
what's
remember.
up? Call me Smooth.
No, I don't remember.
Call me Smooth. And I remember one day, like, we took everybody out. It might have been the tour before that, and we took the whole crew out to a Top Golf, you know, and we were all hanging. We just put the band card down and just let the whole crew and all the drivers and everything. I think it was like we had a 2-day off in the same place. So we like the first
kill
night
time.
we're like, let's all go out on us, you know, and it was fun. It was like 30 of us over at Top Golf, and then Smooth got a little buzzed up, and he comes up to me at the end. He's like, "Hey man, I just want to let you know, you're gonna do something one day." he goes, listen, he goes, the best. He goes, "You're gonna do something one day, and you know it's real, cause Smooth said it."
Oh,
I was like, "Smooth, you are the
We're
best."
Smooth now. Smooth, if you're listening, we need you to
Dude,
come in the
phone in
studio
next week.
We need
That's
to
real.
say that on the
I'm
mic.
listening. He's all, told you, motherfucker.
I told you.
Smooth told you, didn't he?
You know it's real, cause Smooth said it.
Speaking of smooth, dude, let's just slippery slide all smooth like into the best new segment
Oh,
ever. Because
dude,
Duddy
I love this.
has such a sick conspiracy query today,
Dude,
Duddy.
so you
Hit
know
him
what it
with
is, guys. This is a conspiracy theory, but it's for me, it's a conspiracy query. I'm not saying I believe this. I'm not saying it's real.
Sure.
I'm just saying I've heard this,
Okay.
and I'm wondering, do you believe in conspiracy theory? Query? Oh my.
What you got? Let's
So-
see. What you
I'm nervous.
got? I'm curious
have
to
heard-
know. What is it, though? What is it?
I have heard that the government has put this virus out to terrify us all.
Okay.
So badly that when they do release the vaccine, everybody will go get it. And inside the vaccine is nanotechnology microchips
No way.
that will be able to control us, and they will be able to know every move we are making.
You just blew my mind.
Damn.
You just blew
I'm
my
not
mind.
saying it's
I need a
real.
Google. I
I'm
need a
just
Google.
asking if you believe it.
Oh, man.
So this is real and this happened.
No.
You.
I'm not saying it's real. I'm just
floating
saying
around
I
out
heard
there?
it, and I'm wondering if
Okay, where did you
believe
hear it?
Damn.
I heard it from the internet.
Yeah, where
It's
we
going
hear
around.
everything. So what do you think, boys?
Man.
If there is a
I
vaccine,
thought it was gonna be crazier than that. This is like
Roach thinks we're already microchipped.
It's like, dude, that's
He's like, what? That was 10 years ago.
You think it's weird that they're gonna
He's all, did your
shoot
grandma make that up?
nanotechnology microchips into you and be able to control you?
look, nanotechnology. It's a real thing. So I don't know
It is.
who's doing what with it. I can't detect if there's duddy nanotechnology in this bottle of water right now.
That's true. What if Duddy just
So you
chipped
believe
I'm not
it.
saying that
So you believe it.
I'm not
So-
saying I believe it. I'm saying that the
It's possible.
technology exists and the means of doing all that shit exists, but I still need proof that it happened. So I'm gonna be on the fence about this one.
Okay, he's on the fence.
Dang.
Fair.
He's on the
But
fence.
I don't
people.
know. There's so much crazy shit that's happened in the world. Like, and the CIA has come out and exposed all of it. And look back on what's happened 70 years ago. It's like, bro, there's patterns in history and in time, and I feel like somebody's up to some shady shit right now with the
Always.
COVID-19.
Someone's
always up to
Call
some
me a
shady
conspiracy theorist if you want, but like,
No, I for sure think
You-
that
what do
there's
you
more
think?
to it than just like a random natural virus that just happened
Right.
to fucking
Oopsie daisy.
oopsie. Oh,
Out of
wow.
nowhere.
COVID-19,
Yeah.
and it's the
Square.
19th strand of this That's why it's COVID-19. It's the
Right.
19th strand of this virus.
Whatever
know?
this.
So,
Yeah.
Which was developed. It
I never
sounds
even
like.
thought about why it was a 19.
Yeah.
That's how like I was like, it's like an Andre 3000. Just cool name.
like SARS.
19 strand. That makes
19's
sense.
good.
SARS was I think was
3000th Andre.
COVID-18. Yeah, so
COVID
you get
3000.
it. I'm not saying it's real. All I'm saying, people, is what do you think? Do you think about it?
Dude, that was funny though, because you're like, man, that's a lazy ass one. And
I
I'm
thought it was
like,
gonna be.
"Oh,
I need another one. I need a redo on my
You already came with
You
a
need
conspiracy.
another one? I got
Give me a
another
sec.
one.
I need another
Tiny
one. Give me another
particles in
one.
the fucking water, and I was like, yeah. Well, is there? Because all right, let's hear another one.
All right, all
See,
right.
oh, shit.
Okay, that wasn't good enough for him, so I'm gonna hit him with another.
Roach
This
We need
one's-
another.
Come
This
on.
one's
Roach,
good.
what
you got?
This one's good.
What you got?
Okay.
Do the drop again.
Okay, this isn't. I'm not saying this is real.
You believe this?
This is a conspiracy theory, and I'm asking you, do you believe this theory? It's a query, people.
We're sampling that.
Listen to this. Listen to this. This is a good one. The virus was created by Disney
Oh.
I already believe it.
around the launch of Disney Plus so that more people
Oh,
would be at
shit.
home and need things to watch so that you will now get Disney Plus
Wow.
to keep you busy in all of this spare time.
Dude, I
First we
just
released
signed
the
up
virus
for
on
Disney
Star Wars.
Plus.
Oh, you
I
got it.
just signed up. What the fuck?
So you like
Damn.
that one. You like this one.
Okay, that was
So
a
it
little too
worked.
far out for me. That was a little too far
He's like,
out.
I'm gonna unsubscribe. Watch the Jeff Goldblum show on there. I really like it. Okay, it worked on me. God damn.
That was a
Actually,
good
I
one.
got
That was
it free
pretty-
with my Verizon plan. So fuck you, Disney.
Oh, burn Disney. Yeah, but that year's going to fucking go.
It is.
And
And
next
I'm
thing you
gonna
know, you're
forget.
locked in.
Yep.
And they're going to go, ha ha, COVID.
Ah, they got me.
Hey, but people do fucked up things for money, so it's like, do you think
Disney,
how
I
far
wouldn't put
would
it
somebody
past
go?
Disney.
How can we get people to stay home during?
Disney's
every
listening.
streaming
They're gonna
platform?
pick up on this shit. Shut it
I'm
down.
fucked. I'm fucked. I'm dead.
Oh, you're right on. I can't
Disney.
upload this episode. I've tried 100 times.
Yeah.
Disney.
Well, luckily they'll never find me in the underground bunker
That's
lair.
true.
Undetectable location.
Yeah.
Mice can't swim through Purell.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
No. All right,
A
so
little
that was
double
good.
conspiracy
I like
query.
that. I like that. So
Oh,
let's
man. So sliding
hit 'em
out
with
of
it.
conspiracy theory, conspiracy query. Got Bikini Trill in the house, and now what we're going to do is, of course, this is Feeling Good with Duddy. We always try to feel good on the show, and now we want to ask you guys: do you have a tip? A tip that maybe the listeners or viewers out there can plug into their daily life quite easily and feel a little bit better. And this is just the feel good tip of the day. Take it away.
Just a tip, Roach. What you got?
Dude, someone online said you gotta call this just the tip.
Just-
I'm like,
just the
yeah,
tip of
we
the day.
absolutely should. What am I even thinking?
Yeah.
Just the tip of the day.
Duddy likes
Just
that
the
one.
tip.
Duddy likes that
Just
one.
tip of the day.
And then you wait of
Of the day.
There you go. Hell yeah. So just the tip
Great. After that
of the
little
day,
tip,
boys.
tip intro, thank you. Tip of the day for people in quarantine.
Yeah, what does Roach do to feel better? What's
Man, look at this downtime as a blessing. This is a little forced vacation for yourself. You get to watch all the movies you missed out on, all the documentaries you wanted to watch. That book that you didn't want to read, now you get to read it. Those push-ups that you didn't have time for before, guess what? Get to pushing up right now, because this is the time to do it. I feel like this is a perfect time to learn guitar, learn piano, write a song. You know what I'm saying? Perfect your craft.
Hell
What do
yeah.
you want to? You didn't know what you wanted to do. Now's a good time to experiment with different stuff. You know, it's a good downtime. I feel like it's forced downtime.
Forced change of pace for sure.
That's just my little 2
I
cents.
Man, my
love
spot
that.
is so
Perfect.
clean
It's
right now, dude.
perfect.
Cleaning.
Oh,
Clean.
dude,
All my shit
house
is so clean.
organized.
Never been that clean. It feels good though, you know.
I love that though. What you said, like, if you don't really know what you want to do, this is the perfect time to start experimenting with different things. Maybe you'll find something you're really good at and that you actually are passionate about, and you could start a whole new fucking career. You
I
know,
was gonna say, by the time it's time for you to go back to work, you're like, nah,
I'm good.
I got this whole other new thing I
Right.
started.
Dude,
It's
I'm on
forcing.
Etsy now.
It's
I love it.
forcing people to think outside the box
It
right
absolutely
now.
is.
So
Yeah,
it's-
you're sitting at home and you're just like, oh my God, what am I going to do with all this fucking time? You know, like, just start brainstorming in your head. Like, what are some things I can do right now for myself that not only will I enjoy it, but maybe I could possibly, start making some, some more money on the side. Maybe this can become my career, because it's like, dude, you're sitting at home, you're bored, you could just fucking turn on Disney, because that's why we're quarantined, is because Disney. You turn on your Disney Plus and you start watching Friends. Isn't it Disney on Friends? I don't know. You're watching whatever it is, and then you get nothing done, or you just turn the fucking Disney off, or whatever TV. Sorry, Disney. I don't know why I'm giving you such a hard time. You did nothing to me. You really didn't.
It's interesting too, because like people are doing puzzles and shit.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Like drawing, it makes you feel like a kid again, and I think that's beautiful.
Totally.
Because I think we do need to tap into being a kid again, and like that's a good part of like doing stuff at home again. Like remember what you did as a kid, and like do that to begin with. You know what I'm
just
saying?
having all day to like be bored. Sometimes things have been so fast paced, and it's just like it's been go go go. But now to like sit around and like come up with some of the best musical ideas too, because it's just you're just messing around all day, sitting around. It's not like you're like, okay, I only have 2 hours today and I have to write a song, and it's like there's no stress now. It's like pick up the guitar with a cup of coffee in the morning.
I love what you said about being a kid again. That was like perfect, because when you're a kid, the future's unsure. You don't know what's going on. You're just living in that moment, and kind of nobody does.
Dude,
adults, the smartest people on earth, I don't think really know, unless Disney's behind this, then they know. Other than Disney, I don't think anyone knows what's really going on. So everybody is a kid again. We're all just
straight
going,
up, dude.
What the fuck, So it's weird. We could either be like,
I think that's a part of,
or you can kind of be like, wow, let's maybe soak
it's an opportunity.
this up.
Yeah,
it's a part of what Duddy was saying about experimenting and figuring out what you want to do. It's combining that feeling of being a kid into that experimentation.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong.
And now's the time too to like find something, like you said, like something new, something that you're gonna enjoy, something you're passionate about. And when I wake up in the morning and like the day before, like I didn't get shit done, and I just like ate like crap, and I just watched fucking TV all night. You just wake up, you're kind of like, You just feel kind of lazy and shitty, and you're almost kind of like bummed on yourself. But like, if the day before or the night before you just fucking proged on something hard and you like made this progress and you new step forward, and then you wake up that next morning, fuck, dude, you feel good?
I think you do, Daddy.
You feel so good. Oh my god, people, you get it.
I didn't even see it coming.
You went so dark with that first half. I was like, oh, he's taking us on and then the brightness.
Yeah.
He's really good at it.
Speaking of fucking feeling good, on this show we do have some sponsors that make us feel really good. And first and foremost, Koi CBD. What an amazing product. What an amazing company. We love these guys. I take the drops every morning, and I said it. I think they gave me a big old bottle this time of these drops, 1500 milligram, and I put a fucking spray topper on it, and I just wake up in the morning like Banaka, just like 10 sprays at least, right? And then when I'm done with that, I grab the fucking 1000 milligram inhaler that they just gave me, and I just blast away, and I feel good the rest of the fucking day. But right now, super amazing. They do have, they've got hand sanitizer, and I know everybody needs that right now. And what they're doing is really cool. For every ounce that they sell, they match it, and they give it to first responders and hospitals all across Southern California. So go to koicbd.com, put in code DuddyB at checkout, and you will get 20% off of your order. Do it.
Do it.
Also,
real quick.
What?
You did the spray sound,
mm-hmm.
and then you did the inhaler sound. What's that dinosaur from Jurassic Park?
This guy?
That's the one. I just wanted to hear that sound too.
Okay.
Your sounds are becoming pretty fucking solid. Yeah, dude. All right, cool. On it.
So, and also On It, another amazing company with so many amazing products. I love this company. I take the Alpha Brain every single day. I've been taking it for 6-7 months now, and it's like daily vitamin, guys. You're not going to take it, and the first day you take it, you're going to be like, I'm fucking smart. Like, no, you're not. But after a while, after taking it, I did realize I was a little sharper. My memory was getting better. I was remembering people's names like the first time I met them, which I'm terrible at. So I definitely notice a difference with the Alpha Brain. I love it. I'm taking the freaking Shroom Tech. what the fuck am I doing? Oh, the Shroom Tech Immune Boost. I've
There
been
you
taking
go.
that for a good 6 months. And then right now also I'm loving the New Mood. I take it at about 5 in the afternoon. It's not a sleeping pill, so you're not going to pass out right away, but it just like kind of helps relax me, put me in a chiller vibe at the end of the day. And then when I do fall asleep, I sleep through the whole fucking night. So, you heard it here.
Yes, I was waiting for that one.
I'm gonna need some of those shrooms.
Yeah, I'll get you that.
Shroom Tech.
No,
Oh,
Shroom
I
Tech,
don't
bro.
think
Shroom
it's the
Tech.
type that you were holding. He's like, I took that whole bottle.
Well, hold on. You go to
I haven't been
onit.com.
sick in years. Sorry, go ahead.
That's at onit.com, ONNIT.com/Duddy. 10% off. You heard it here.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, the sign out, the ramp up to the lead into the segue into the sponsors is the longest thing ever, and then his outro is you heard it here.
You heard it here.
I can't wait to get out the fucking back.
Wrap it
door.
up.
So we're gonna slide from this into like the Bandcamp stories. I feel like, do you want to hop on, Lauren?
Jeezy.
She's hanging out in the back.
She
the
says
singer of the
no.
band. She's
No.
masked
She
up.
says
She's got
no.
a cow.
She in
Cowgirl
COVID
hat.
mode. She in
Custom
quarantine
cowgirl
mode.
hat on.
So what's
okay.
up? You
She
guys
doesn't
got a
wanna come
crazy you guys got a crazy Bandcamp story for us?
There's definitely a few. I'm trying to think. What do you think, Roach? We got, of course, where we got the name of the EP from. We had a kind of a crazy run-in with
Man, that's
Border Patrol.
Okay,
First
tell 'em
ever
that one.
tour.
Tell 'em that one.
First ever tour.
That's how we met Cheese, actually,
Oh,
on
yeah.
that tour. So we did a
small-
little
that's-
tour with a band called Coast Modern. Sick band. Shout out to Coast Modern. And they were like, oh, okay, hop on these shows with us. So we hit San Diego, we played, then we have to take I-8 to play Phoenix. Crescent Ballroom was the venue. So we're like, fuck, there's Border Patrol right there. Let's avoid them, and we're going to like shoot up north from San Diego and avoid Border Patrol and then kind of shoot back down like a little big U, but
we thought we could be slick and avoid the Border Patrol because
You guys
we
were
had
gonna have
some
to cross over and
we-
cross
well,
back.
we
real
knew we
quick?
were gonna have to just cross to Phoenix over to Arizona to play the show,
Yeah.
and I don't think weed was legal at the time in Arizona.
see.
So
Okay,
we had
yeah.
some weed on us, and we're like, might as well if we can drive a couple extra hours just to avoid Border Patrol.
Yep.
One of our buddies recommended that we go this other way, and so we're cruising, and we're the van is hotboxing, we're cruising through the desert, and all of a sudden. We turn this corner and there's a pop-up Border Patrol station.
bro, out
And
of nowhere. And this one's
anxiety.
It's one of those
Hey.
moments where like your heart drops. You're on the way. The
Everybody's
show's that
heart
night.
drops.
And first of all, this is our literally, even though it's only a three show run, it's our first tour, and it's like
Right.
dope venues, and so we're stoked. And so that moment, just like you just like
and this
your heart
this
drops.
patrol was no one's there. It's secluded.
They got
So we're
nothing to do. They're
they
waiting
have
for someone to come
Yeah,
through.
they were ready.
Dude,
Yo,
they're there specifically for people
Oh,
that
yeah.
are trying to avoid
Yeah.
them. Like,
And a-
yeah, we got
Oh,
you.
And we
man,
pull up,
we
Roach is
fucked
driving,
up.
and he decides, I mean,
I got
keep in
my-
mind, you don't know what to do in that moment. Sometimes
I
you scramble.
froze, bro.
You
I
always look
froze.
back and you're like, man, why did we do that? Why did we do this?
I kept my sunglasses on. I didn't know. I literally froze. Windows half open, with sunglasses on.
He just goes, what's up, we good? Trying to like get through, what's up, we good?
I stopped and that's.
And
all
he was like, no, pull over,
He
because
goes,
the
"Nah,
smoke
pull
piling out.
over."
You said, what's up? We good?
Literally,
I go,
those
"What's
were
up?
the words.
We good?"
That's what we ended up calling the first EP because of that.
That is
So,
wild.
dude,
No, bro,
Yeah.
listen. He says, pull over. I'm like, bro, my boy in the back. We're not gonna say no
Oh,
names
no
right now.
names right
no
now.
names
but
right now.
there was
because
more than just the marijuana, which we partake in.
There's some cannabis, but there's some other.
There's some other things that
therapeutic
definitely would not have been
stuff there.
It wasn't a
And-
good situation.
And our boy
Yeah.
brought it. I told him not to bring it. And
You know who you are.
yeah, you know who you are, bro. We're not gonna drop your name. And sure enough, bro,
Instagram is.
he freaks out because he's like, "It's over." All this other
Bro,
shit.
they,
It's about
yeah, they
yo.
pull us out of the car. We're in the heat.
They pull us out right away. It's over 100 degrees. I remember it crystal clear.
Dude.
They pull us all out, and I remember my boy had what he wasn't supposed to have on him in his pocket.
on top of jars
And
full
me-
of
yo,
weed, grinders,
Just
pipes.
ridiculous
all types of
amounts, and then
paraphernalia,
You guys look
right?
like Bikini Trill.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so much
These guys are like jackpot.
They're
We got
like,
mason
yeah, we
jars.
got
We got
it,
mason jars.
They're like, you gotta be fucking kidding
me and my boy are the last ones out the van, and and he's the last one. I see him right away in the last minute take it out of his pocket, put it in his backpack, and I was like, Jesus, bro, like
You idiot.
you idiot. I was like, why didn't you just like
keep it on you
Put
or
it in your
something.
butt. Whatever. Do what you gotta do, bro.
Especially now while they're watching.
man.
Don't
You
you
got
got
your
it
buddy.
right where they're going to check. Like,
Dude, listen, bro. They pat us down. They put us in this cage area. You know what I'm saying? And we're kind of like, oh. And
We're looking at each other like we're all fucking going to
They
jail.
bring-
Who do we?
It's
Can we let them
over.
know that we're not
It's
going to
over,
make the show?
It's over. Man,
We're
life
looking at
is
the
done.
van. Bro, there's like 4 agents, 2 dogs going through
Dogs
everything.
going ham
We
in
see
the
them
van.
start walking across with like all our grinders, all the stuff, and we're like,
They packed
Dude,
everything, bro. We
this
for
is
sure.
over.
And my boy
Those
has,
aren't ours.
Hey, my boy has like a little heart condition too. He's starting to trip.
he's like, bro,
my heart.
Fucking Dumb and Dumber. Oh my gosh.
And I was like, yo,
I had to piss. They escorted me to a jail cell to go piss.
we don't say anything. We're just quiet waiting, and we notice, man, they got a bag full of weed shit, and we're like, and they haven't said anything about the other thing, and we're like, oh my god.
what was the other thing?
You know when you go to raves and you have a really good time,
It was
that's
like
kind of
ecstasy,
along
like
the
some
line.
Molly.
Yeah.
All right.
Water. Oh wait, no.
It was,
Water,
hydration.
H2O.
We hydrate.
But yeah, so then they eventually they're like, we're not gonna give you a ticket. We reported it to the local authorities, but we confiscated all the marijuana and all the paraphernalia, and
we're
we're
all
like,
just like-
we're like, no problem, thank you so much, blah blah blah. We're just trying to
We're
get to
gonna
the
quit
show.
anyway.
Yeah. We don't even.
Thanks for helping us quit.
Bro, as soon as we pull out, I went off. I was so pissed. I went off.
Hey,
on-
but the funny thing is, homie opens the backpack and they didn't even.
They didn't find it. He had a military
They took
backpack.
all the weed.
He had a military backpack with a bunch of pockets. So then there was so many backpacks and pockets. They
All of our bags are in there. They're just like they're looking for the big. They found big
Found all
jars.
the weed. They thought it was only weed, and they're looking for a pound of weed. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're not thinking about
They're
that.
like,
so-
okay, it's just
They
some
don't
fucking
care.
stoners with some
Exactly.
pot.
And
Yo,
honestly,
like,
conspiracy theory. It sounds like they kept all that weed.
They just kept
Oh,
it.
100%.
Oh, dude.
They're like, y'all want to shut down early for the day?
They're like, dude, you got
We
any
sat
weed?
around a
You got any
bullhorn.
weed? I don't got any weed.
know-
Let's set up a little fucking tent here really quick, and we'll
They
get.
weren't even
Yeah. I thought some was
They went deeper, dude.
No, let me tell you,
Dude.
bro. Someone drove by while they were searching us with a bunch of shit that they probably shouldn't have had. And while they're searching us, who have nothing, the real fucking criminals driving by. They
for
were
sure.
waving
Yeah.
18-wheelers through like nothing
Well,
while they were
we're-
searching
yeah.
us.
Oh my god.
So I was like,
Drug
bro,
lord was
come
like,
on,
thank you.
man.
But that was definitely a
That's
lesson
awesome.
too.
Yeah,
to
fuck
prep
Border
for,
Patrol.
Well,
That
fuck
was the
Border
lesson.
Patrol and be careful on the road and be careful.
Definitely, man.
And don't
Yeah.
bring anything but the weed because they don't really care about the weed too much. Don't bring anything else that you don't need to bring. Don't have open alcohol either. So it's like,
definitely not that. Yeah, 'cause
But
that's
weed-
just no matter where you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're hit.
I think you're good on the weed. You know, BBC did a little driving study that you're good smoking weed, so you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you might get a ticket somewhere.
But that was our
maybe.
craziest. That was definitely.
That's a heavy moment right
That's
there.
that
heavy.
was the heaviest moment.
That's
Especially for like the first tour. So
Yeah, and I think that was heaviest dark moment and heaviest light moment was Red Rocks.
dude, I just watched the fucking video.
Yeah, because
From our very first Red Rocks experience with Dirty Heads, Dreamers, Interrupters. We were the opening band, and that
Dude.
shit was crazy.
Dude, Red Rocks is so fucking
Oh
magical.
my
thank you for
God.
having us on that,
Oh,
man.
dude, that
Holy
was
shit!
such a good time, man. Thank
the
you guys.
beauty with obviously Red Rocks, if anyone who's listening or watching doesn't know, it's like one of the most popular venues in the world. And I think a couple years ago, like musicians named that their favorite place to play. It's in Colorado. It's like built into the side of the mountain. Beautiful venue. But one of the best parts is when you settle up at the end of the night or whatever and get your payment from the people at Red Rocks, they hand you a DVD. Is that what you guys
Yes!
They hand you like a
The thumb
a
drive, like,
DVD
yeah.
with, like, or a thumb drive with your performance on it, and
It's
it's like
with
a
multi-angle.
mix, multi-angles, and you're like, oh my god, that's like almost more important than anything. You get to go home and continue to watch it
Yeah.
over and over, and it's like I got to play there once with my band, and it was also
Sick.
on tour with the Dirty
Fuck
Heads.
yeah.
So
No way.
I got to play there because of them as well. And same thing, opening band, just like you guys. I was in a van, my band, same deal, dude. And
Dude.
got that DVD.
And the
That
craziest
shit
thing
is
about
awesome.
it is
I
since
wanna
that
see that.
venue's first come, first serve, you know, as the opening band, a lot of times for us, every show was fucking amazing, but some are like, you know, much
yeah.
bigger for us than others. But Red Rocks being first come, first serve, by the time we went out, it's full.
Yep.
You guys sold
People
the
just
show
run
out.
to the
It was
front.
sold out well in advance. And so, dude, we played to a sold out Red Rocks crowd with the Dirty
Dude,
Heads.
it's true, man. And what's crazy about that is you watch it, and these people, and especially it's like you could tell it's people who probably like live in Colorado, and they know the routine, so they want to be there first because they want to
They're
run
tailgating, dude.
straight to that front row,
Right,
dead
right.
center,
Yep.
right?
For sure.
So. Listen, if you're one of those first couple hundred people that roll in, like you're gonna get a good spot,
Dude,
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't even think there's a bad spot.
This
Nah,
fucking,
yeah.
That's true.
I saw this fucking happen one time. People, when you're out there in public, just relax and take a deep breath. Sometimes I watched this happen. Fucking doors open. Every fucking buddy runs to that front row trying to get that spot, and I saw like some of the first people that they went to try to get right front middle, and they started fighting each other for
Oh
the spot.
my God.
There's open seats
Are you serious?
everywhere. All these, and they wanted like the
shit.
right in this certain spot, and they started fighting, and guess what? Kicked out.
Bam!
Kicked out before the fucking show even started, you idiots. Now you don't
You
get
coulda
front and
sat next
center,
to
now
each
you get
other.
parking lot.
Could have made a friend.
Dude.
Dude, you
missed
could have
the
sat
show.
5 feet over and had the most amazing night ever, but you just wanted to prove a
Oh my
fucking
God.
point,
I'm
and now
starting
you're
to
gone,
think
dude.
I know what it is. Conspiracy theory. Duddy, take this deeper. Obviously, maybe you guys always do like a sick crowd shot every year from there.
Oh,
They're
totally.
like, we're gonna be the ones in the middle, in the front.
Oh.
With the, should I do a backwards middle finger peace sign or fucking thumb? That's what it was, dude.
We have the best Red Rocks photo ever. It's like you said, that crowd photo from the stage, dead center, and it's 10,000 fucking people, everybody like this, and then I don't know who found it. I think it was Matt or something, but somewhere like up in the middle of the crowd, just fully lit up, is a chick with her shirt up and just these huge fucking bare titties just hanging out. It's so good,
Matt,
dude.
you perverted.
Matt, why are you looking?
Matt's like, I want to see some.
Like she knew the photo was coming, and she just
Scanning the
went,
picture.
oh, it's
He's
great,
railing
dude.
it with his
Yeah.
face. Yep.
Oh
Man, the Dirty Heads fans are diehards, bro. Like,
yeah,
they were
yeah.
trying to finesse us on the tour, being like, "Yo, can you get us backstage?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I know you're back there. I know you can get back
Always.
there. What's that pass on that you can have on you? I know
Give me a
that's
set
it."
list. Can you give me a set
Yeah,
list?
like tripping, man. They were like pressing us hard sometimes. I was like,
But it's
yo.
funny because we were probably doing the same shit when I was seeing when we're seeing
That's
Blink,
true.
all those bands back in the day. We're doing everything we can.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
So
all,
I
if
get
you
it.
all look back and remember being a young kid. I mean, I wasn't like the crazy let me get backstage and meet everyone guy, but I do kind of remember like hanging out in alleyways to see bands
what
go
if-
back to their
yeah.
bus
And
or
here's the
whatever.
deal, like it's funny because people, in the crowd, or, the fans at the shows or whatever, they think, "Give me backstage, give me backstage. I want to go meet the band. Give me backstage." Dude, if you go backstage
What are
and
you
you're
gonna
not
do? Yeah,
supposed to be there, and you just like walk into a band's dressing room, they're not going to be like, "Hey, what's up? Yeah, come on in. They're gonna,
Right.
they're
They're
gonna
gonna be
get
super
the
pissed.
fuck out of my dressing room, dude. Like, what are you doing here?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
It's not what it used to be
No,
backstage.
it's-
This ain't Led Zeppelin days where it's
Yeah.
just you
Right.
go backstage.
I think
and
that's a
it's just-
misconception for
It's,
sure.
it
it's
is.
people warming up,
Yeah.
chilling,
Right.
trying to maybe get a little nap in, like
Heavy
it's-
nap, by the way.
Yeah, so
Jared's
Heavy
doing yoga.
yeah,
Ice
you
bath.
see a bunch of like drunk fucking concert goers just roll back there and just like, yeah, what's up?
Expect
dude?
to fucking
It's just
rage.
like, it's not gonna be like what you think. It's gonna
Yeah.
be like, dude, you gotta get the fuck out of
Yo,
here.
well, speaking of backstage, what was the spot that had I think the best backstage area was
Lake Winnipesaukee.
We all know.
Dude, so
Jesus.
that's the weird thing now. Backstage used to be back in the 70s, probably 80s, and even maybe a little bit into the 90s, party zone, right?
Right.
Oh, just drunk, just everything. Now backstage, for what you guys are about to bring up, it's becoming like a little mini carnival for the band.
It's an experience.
How do you pronounce it?
Lake
Eddie?
Winnipesaukee. It's actually the lake where they filmed What About Bob.
Yes.
No way.
Yes, that's where they filmed What About
Bill
Bob.
Murray movie? I
And
love that
if you
movie.
go, if you ever
Crazy.
play there, or you ever get the pleasure to go backstage there, it's one of the coolest backstage. They have it set up almost like a camping kind of situation.
Yep.
There's a fire pit, and there's a TV over the fire pit that 24 hours a day plays What About Bob. If you guys didn't know,
Oh, that's why they had that on. I was like, okay, they're playing the same fucking movie.
It's fucking hilarious. And then they've got just a rad catering, and it's always just the best fucking food.
catering
Like,
was
oh,
Dude,
insane.
so the catering at this place, and we haven't even gotten into the carnival shit. That's
Oh
coming up.
my
The
God.
catering it's a famous catering. Every band that ever tours that gets to go through here, you love it and you remember it. It's lobster, like lobsters, and they have a crew of people that just crack
it
the
for
lobster
you
and butter it for you. So you just
get a plate full of
point at lobsters, and they go, here's all the best parts of the lobster.
Yeah, and then they had a full cold bar, shrimp, and
all you can eat, oyster bar, mussels,
candy bar.
Dude, that was my favorite part. Hey, I tapped into that all night, baby.
I still have my
I was in there all night.
Dude, but they had like golf. They had a swimming pool in the back.
Yeah, swimming pool.
Our green room was like a fucking cabin, like a campsite cabin.
They had a full little mini putt set up, like a 9-hole fucking mini golf.
We were all driving golf carts and shit.
Goodness.
That was crazy.
Actually, here's a cool thing for the listeners right now. If you go to to our Patreon page, if you become a Patreon member, we did a full behind the scenes of that backstage.
That's right.
And you get a tour of the entire
No way.
backstage
Sick.
that we're talking about. So
No way.
patreon.com.
I'm gonna have to sign up.
Hell yeah, I need to see that. Hell yeah. Dude, no man, that place was amazing.
And there was multiple venues that had kind of backstages.
It's getting
like
better
that.
and better. It seems like people are catching on. Where it's like, it's tough out there sometimes on the road, especially when you're like the little club tours. Sometimes it's so tough too, because like the dressing rooms are a lot of times just a dingy room. Hopefully there's a bathroom backstage or whatever, you know, and like you're out on the road for 2 months and that's like all you're seeing is those little backstages, you know.
Buses and backstages.
And I think venues are starting to like realize like, man, it's important to have a decent backstage for these bands that come in. It makes the whole day easier because then the bands are in a good mood, the crews are in a good mood, everyone's happy, they're nice because they're like, wow, you guys set this all up for us, thank you, we're gonna be nice. When you show up somewhere and it's just like, you can tell they don't give 2 fucks.
Right.
The bathroom door doesn't have a fucking lock on it, there's no toilet paper,
it's rough, man.
A couch that looks like it's been there for 40 years and there's all these weird stains all over
couches,
it.
Backstage couches,
dude.
And you know what?
And it sets you in a bad mood instantly. You're like, fuck, I gotta hang out there.
That's what sets the vibe.
No, it does, bro. That's exactly it. It does set you in a bad mood. And I feel like we really witnessed that, especially with Jeezy, because it's like, I feel like with a bunch of dudes in a bus, it's like, we could all bro out all day and kind of rough it.
Fart.
But for females on that tour that we had 98 crew members, only 3 were females. So it was like, holy shit, man. Like, imagine what it's like for the women out there trying to even just use the bathroom. It's like, that's rough for the guys. Imagine what the women are going through on that shit. It's like not even thought through at all.
We had Interrupters. You know, the singer of the Interrupters is a lady, and she told us a story about how in London, I guess when they tour in England, you sleep at a lot of the venues. Like backstage, they'll just have bunk beds.
Let you crash out.
And so you literally sleep at the venues. When she's like, dude, as a girl, she's like, she said she woke up at one of the venues and walked into the next room, and the freaking promoter that like set them up with the show was laying on the couch, butt naked, drunk, passed out.
Oh my God.
She had to like walk by him to go to the bathroom, and he woke up and
Excuse me.
dicks out, and she's just like, dude.
That's
and she's like, I had this moment where I was just like, oh my God, like, is this even,
Yeah.
what am I doing here? Like,
You ready, Lauren? You ready for London?
get ready for London. Wait, what's the name of that club? We'll find out.
Yeah. Right now.
You're totally right, you know? You know, and whatever. She probably brushed it off, but it's like, yeah, dude.
I think they're getting better.
rough,
Duddy's
man.
right. They're getting better at it as
They're
far as
getting
like
better.
accommodating the band, and I think being more conscious of that. They're gonna, I think a lot more venues.
Dude, one of the spots had like sliding glass doors in that pool. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah, that was
Bro, that
They're
was
trying to make them like
super nice.
hotels in the
Dude,
back.
They're good.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like
Please.
some are catching on. They're like, okay, let's make this dope for the bands. But man, there's still some out there. I'm not going to mention any names. You know who you are.
You know who you
Dude,
are.
hook your
Yeah.
backstage up. It's not hard to put a lock on a door. And I'm just letting you know, man. Like, dude, there's nothing
I'll go
worse
get one
than you
for
gotta
you.
fucking, you know, you get to the venue and you're just
Bro.
like, cool, I gotta get the backstage because you don't shit on the bus. You get there, okay, I gotta go take a shit, and then you get to the bathroom, and the toilet is not within reaching distance of the door, so you can't even hold the door shut. There's nothing blocking you, and you're just like, cool.
The TP
Well,
is
people don't
sandpaper.
realize-
How many people are just gonna open this door while I'm sitting here
Yep,
shitting?
right.
Thanks, guys. You can't put a fucking lock on the door. Come on.
Daddy's
We're not
still
animals.
staying
We're
away.
fucking human beings. But yes.
Other than that, do we love it? And it's
Yeah,
a
love
wonderful
it, love it,
life,
love
and
it.
it is. It's a fucking pirate ass life, but it's a fun.
Can't wait to get back on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
So that's in a time though where you're lucky enough to find a bathroom. Have you guys ever had to shit and not been able to make it to a bathroom?
There's definitely been close calls. There's been some very close calls. I'm trying to think, because for us, I know you guys get to crash out after the shows and you have drivers, but for us it's like we'll try to make it to a shitty motel, and then we had 6 people with us. Kenny, shout out Conga Kenny, was playing drums with us all tour. Mary was running merch. Big Braden doing all the videos and photos. So, but all 6 of us, dude.
Not to interrupt you, but Kenny, man, was so funny. I swear to God, that guy is like your quintessential. Like if you had a movie and you're like, we need a stoner guy in it, you get Kenny.
Would you compare us to Scooby or?
Yeah, we do, and it is, dude. You got like. For people who are just listening, if you go to our YouTube page or our YouTube page, you'll be able to see these guys, and you'll see what I mean, man. Their van was like the mystery mobile. The door would slide open, they'd come spilling out, ready to solve a fucking mystery. And the mystery always was, where's the weed at? Let's go ahead and go.
True story. Yeah, come on. And actually, where is the weed at?
And Kenny, was playing like percussion on the whole tour with him, and we've talked about Kenny multiple times where. We're like, I don't think I've ever heard him say a word. You just go, what's up, Kenny? He goes, yeah. He just kind of laughs, smiles, and says, gives you like a peace sign and cruise, and you knew exactly what he meant, and that was you hanging out with Kenny. But dude, he was one of the funniest
people fell in love with him, man. His smile is hypnotizing, and
he's just one of those dudes that I couldn't ever picture him not being in a good mood and smiling.
Dude,
you just can't.
It was awesome. And we honestly met him just a couple months prior to the tour because we were like, shit, we need somebody. We need a drummer. We need to step it up. And the rest of us had been on tours together, and we'd been friends for years. And so we were a little, not nervous at first, but we were like, how's this going to work? We're about to be out for 2 months. Yeah. We've never even been on a tour that long.
Picking a new band guy or even a crew guy that's going to be traveling with you,
dude, that's
a big deal.
You're together, you're sleeping together, dude. And so, yeah,
it's crazy.
For Kenny to fucking...
Man, we played with a tour with Real Big Fish.
Oh, nice.
Earlier in the year.
Yep.
And then he saw us on the first date in Big Bear. And he happened to be a ska fan. So he
was in Big Bear for the weekend, was like, oh shit, Real Big Fish, I'm going to the show. And then saw us, and it's like a whole crazy, weird thing how we ended up even getting in contact with him. It was a mistake.
Yeah, someone at the show is like, y'all need to link with my friend.
He's a drummer.
And so when I noticed Kenny follow us that night, I thought that was him. So we kind of took note of him.
We were like, oh, we're supposed to hit this guy up. But it turns out that Kenny was just a separate person.
Like it wasn't that wasn't who she was talking about, but it just randomly he followed us, and we were just like, man, we liked his vibe,
and right as we're jamming with him, he works at a shop here in Huntington Beach. Mm-hmm. Jared comes in the shop, and I think at that time Kenny was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go, like I'm playing drums with the opening band that's going out with you guys, and that was just a crazy coincidence too, to have Jared
super
fucking
small.
Crazy.
I saw Kenny in Target 2 days ago.
You were stalking Kenny?
I was stalking the show.
Kenny, be careful, Kenny.
Barbershop got shut. I gotta do what I gotta do. No, I was in there with my wife, and Kenny, he's a tall, skinny. I mean, he looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, bro.
Yeah.
No, his hair's always fucking all over the place, and he's just like, "What's up, dude? Scooby snacks." And I looked down the aisle, from like a good 50, 60 feet away. I'm all, that's fucking Kenny. I haven't seen him since the tour. I only met him on that tour, and he had the mask. I had the mask, so I didn't want to be like Kenny, but I know that it was Kenny.
Yes.
And I'm like, Bikini Trill comes in 2 days later.
So fucking sorry, man. I totally interrupted you.
Oh, but we were going, the whole point. What? Yeah, the 6 of us, including Kenny, like we'll go to these motel rooms where there's one little tiny ass bathroom, which is basically next to the beds. So there's definitely like, it's always a challenge trying to figure out where to poop.
Know about the big shit.
The poop, yeah. No, I'm trying to think of like a specific. Poop. It's always just a challenge. The girls are there.
Themselves. I think we asked them before the show, and they were like, "Nah, man, we never shit ourselves." They're like close calls, but
all right,
very close calls, especially dude on stage. Have you ever had to shit on stage?
I haven't personally had a time on stage like where I've been like worried about pooping. I mean, I've definitely had times where like
get the rumbles?
Seconds. No, but like 20 seconds. Look, I'm doing the live camera, and I'm just blowing it.
You're killing it, bro.
I've
You're killing
it. Pretty bad camera angle. Sorry. You
Oh,
see me looking down at my knee and shit. That's me I'm doing the camera switches here myself, and I've had some good ones, had some bad ones.
You know what though, dude? Just have fun with it.
Roll with it, baby.
No, I've had definitely where like 10 seconds into the first song, I'm like, oh, I gotta piss.
Should have taken a poop.
Should have taken a piss. And then like the whole show, by the end, I'm like,
oh
my god, I gotta pee. And like sometimes like an hour and a half.
Especially because y'all sets are long, and we're up there playing 25 minutes.
Like,
I can hold it.
Damn, I got an hour and a half of this.
At a certain point, you just gotta go. I'll be right back, dude.
Yeah.
I'll be right back to the crowd. It's fucking-
Yeah.
In the middle
Sorry.
of the set.
Well, Jared one time, and I think I may have talked about it on the show, but one time Jared had gotten food poisoning before a show. It was like I think it was a 4th of July show in Washington, D.C. And it was like a pretty big like outdoor festival. And I think we were headlining, and he just could not stop shitting. Like, and there was a porta potty backstage. That's all they had for us was a porta potty, and he was in it all day, and he could not stop. He was like, "Dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We have to go on stage." So
It just keeps coming.
Yeah. So our
Very shitty.
I think our like lawyer was there, and like his wife like ran to the store and got him just like is it Motrin? No, that's
Mylanta.
Imodium.
Something like that, yeah. Whatever,
Imodium
like,
AD.
yeah,
Shout
whatever,
out.
like,
Shout out Imodium.
Shout out, dude.
Shout out, bro.
Anti-diarrhea.
Yeah, dude.
That's
That's
what that
like
is.
COVID-19. I had no idea, dude. I thought it was like after
After
day
dark.
of Christ.
That's what you need. That's
After
what he
dark.
took, right?
Yeah. So it was one of those things that clog you up, and he took like the whole box, and
And then he didn't ship for a week.
well, the best was we had to play, and he was so worried. And Jared moves around a lot on stage. He's all over the fucking place. Dude did not move from the center of the stage. Mike never left the mic stand, and he just stood there, dead center, just
Focus.
fucking ass cheeks clenched, and did the whole fucking set. Did not move.
He was
dude.
in a standing plank.
Yeah,
the
just
entire
fucking
Shit just running down his leg.
Dude, he was worried. He was worried.
Hey, that's
dude.
tough though to be up there as a singer. Like it'd be one thing to play guitar or drums, but everybody's focused on the singer all the time because they're saying the lyrics. So it's like, dude, if you're not feeling good as a singer, it takes a lot to go up there and do it
Well,
like
and
that.
I didn't even think about it. And Jared wears
props.
no boxers ever. He's always free balling, and he wears like the pants that don't even go all the way down to your ankle shows, and no socks. Whoa,
That's risky, bro.
That would have been a flood.
Would have been this.
super risky. Super risky.
That would have been super
It's
sloppy.
like, dude, go get a pair of brown pants, dude, and let's do the
I
show.
hope you're not wearing your white Vans.
Yeah.
So
that's
fuck,
funny,
man.
Balls. There it is, dude.
Yeah,
I think-
so what's
oh,
up?
Wait, actually, no. We didn't even get into this. Let's
Oh,
do
boy.
this real quick. What's new with you guys? I know you guys just dropped a single.
Oh
you guys have a
yes,
music.
we dropped.
Oh, fuck yeah. Actually, Lauren, come over
Music
here.
video.
Yeah, Jeezy, jump over here.
We're bringing Lauren from the couch. Come join. Yeah,
this is
'cause we're-
LJ, aka Lauren,
Here,
aka
Lauren.
Jeezy.
You're just gonna switch with her? Oh, okay.
This is our
We're
lead
doing
singer.
a switch. We got Lauren.
She got tagged in right now. Quick tag in.
What's up?
Quick tag
What's
in.
up?
While Tony drops a big shit.
That's what's really happening here. You
Yo.
just said
Story's
use the
happening right
bathroom.
now.
Don't use the bathroom. We can have a story. So what's up?
Yeah, you guys
What's
just dropped
good?
a new single,
Yeah,
music video.
it's called Higher. We just dropped a new single called Higher, and then the last month we dropped Outlaw. So we're trying to do like a single a month for the next, I guess, what do we have, like 10 months?
Yeah, I think
12
for the
songs
top of the
total, or
year,
no?
we were like, we want to do a song a month.
Yeah.
So we did Outlaw in March. Higher came out April. And so we're just going to do one every month. No Sleep Till Cali is going to be the next one. We haven't announced it yet.
Ooh, exclusive, right
Exclusive
there.
here,
Exclusive
here
on the show.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I
And
love
then,
it.
so how's this going? Are these songs that you've already done? Or are you recording these during those months and then dropping them? This is an album essentially then that you guys are
Yeah.
dropping just over the course of
Yeah, you know.
of a
it's
12
Some of
months or
them,
whatever.
some of them were written like months ago, and then some of them are like new songs that, and we've changed our mind too. Like if maybe we had a song that we were planning to put out, but then we wrote one that we thought was better, we'll just put that out instead. You know,
Perfect.
so it's
Yeah.
kind of like
all the
just
art,
trying to build
artwork,
more
though.
content and stuff. You know?
Yeah, Lauren draws all the artwork, so
Oh,
that's
wow,
like a
that's
big,
awesome.
a
I did
big,
not
big,
know that.
yeah.
I love
all
to
the
draw.
merch,
That's
all
cool.
the
Yeah.
album art you see on Spotify and Apple.
Yeah.
It's all drawn by her, so it's like that's the cool
That's
part.
awesome.
It's therapy.
Yeah, our band cat. Shout out to Pishi, our band cat. So,
Well, your last video, the Bill and Ted
Yeah.
one, that shit was so good.
Oh hell
dude,
yeah!
thank you, man.
I loved it, man.
I
Yeah,
thought
that
that's where
shit
you
was
guys
fucking
practiced, dude.
hilarious,
Christian
man.
was here. I'm all, dude, is that where they practice? He's like, no, that's just our friend's garage. I'm like,
The garage.
right, I thought it was, dude.
Yeah, I wish.
I grew up playing in a garage.
that'd
like
be
that.
so
yeah,
dope.
man.
That was perfect. They get the whole Bill and Ted
Dude,
vibe.
the actors
Yeah.
saw it. The original
Yeah.
Death and
And
Alex
and Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
The guy who played Bill. Yeah.
Really?
Winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
They saw the vid.
Yeah, he tweeted. They
He
tweeted
tweeted
it.
it, bro.
that's
They all
dope.
saw
They're
it.
doing another one. You
Yeah.
guys know that,
Yeah, so the
right?
movie
Yeah.
Bill and Ted 3 is dropping
Yep.
later this year, so we're gonna crash the premiere party just
Yeah.
as we did in the video.
Perfect.
Start a ruckus, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love it.
They're gonna arrest me eventually, so it is what it is.
We're just
it'll be
getting
good.
arrested.
It'll be good
You'll
publicity.
get out.
Yeah, it'll be
you
fun.
know, but
They don't hurt anyone.
Dude, hey, but we're excited about these songs, man, because, like, we've never really dropped a song like this fast every month like this, and it's cool because we kind of can do whatever we want, and we're like, you know, and it's cool because, like, you were asking about the songs being written right now. We're writing a bunch right now to probably release later in the year, but it's cool to see the artwork being drawn as, like, the songs come together, too. I think that's, like, such a big part of it that's, like, really unique. I feel like
they influence each other, the artwork, then also the songs.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's
like the
cool.
artwork is so integrated with the music. That's what I think a lot of people don't realize because we're just so in our bubble all the time. But I'm really excited about the No Sleep Till Cali artwork. It's got the van on it, the one we got pulled over, the Border
dope.
Patrol. So
Nice.
finally the van made it onto an album cover. So
Finally.
Honda Odyssey, shout out to Honda.
And then you're recording all this stuff in your new spot. That's yours.
Yeah.
You got the mic set
Yeah,
up. You're
we
in there. You
just
don't have to sneak in.
straight up, man. We got a
Yeah, it's sick.
shout out to our boy Zach. He gave us some gear, and you know we got a dope mic, vocal chain set up at the studio, and we can just cook up there, record there, mix there, and it's exciting, man.
That's
We're
all you
super
need.
stoked. You guys got to come by.
I wanna
love
go
to.
see it.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Your own bunker.
Yeah, our
bunker.
own bunker.
Yeah, we
It's
need
not
that Duddy
this big,
verse. You
but-
know,
Hell
the people
yeah.
want to hear the Duddy. Give the people what they want.
They want
Shit.
that low tone.
That
Yeah,
low
that
tone.
sexy, you know,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
smooth.
you know, because Smooth said it.
Because
Yeah,
you heard it
Smooth
here
said
from
Hey,
it.
baby. Anything good. He says that. I like to think that Smooth says that to every fucking band that's on his bus.
You
That
gonna
way,
do
anyone
something.
gets famous. There you go. Smooth. He's envisioning like a VH1 behind
For
him.
sure.
And then this driver Smooth told me.
Yeah. Smooth.
Well,
shit.
shit, man. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Where can people find you?
Yeah. Tell us everything.
It's super easy. It's just Bikini Trill anywhere. Twitter, Instagram.
Bikini, B-I-K-I-N-I, Trill, T-R-I-L-L.
Exactly.
You heard it. All socials.
Yeah.
Just look up Bikini Trill.
Super easy.
Fuck. Thank you guys for coming down.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Shouldn't have taken us this long, and I'm sure you guys will be on again.
Oh yeah, we'll have you
No,
back.
it's
We'll have
all
you back
good, man.
post Coronal when we're playing shows again and whatnot.
Totally.
So yeah, thank you guys. Another episode of Feeling Good with Duddy. Like Jake said before, we do have a Patreon page. If you enjoyed this episode or any from the past, you want to get a lot more bonus content and just help the show keep going, go over to our Patreon page and sign up there. It's patreon.com/Feeling Good with Duddy. And also cutlassbrand.com. We just dropped a bunch of new stuff over there. You put in code DuddyB at checkout, you will get 15% off your order. And right now we are doing a 30% off all outerwear actually on cutlassbrand.com too. So go pick up some jackets and sweaters. 30% off. You don't even need it. You might need a code. I don't know. You'll find it. Yeah. Other than that,
Tell them
look.
to like and tell them to give us
Hey,
reviews.
that's right. We got a new server. We got a new YouTube page. All that, you know. So if you are listening to this, you have found it. You have found the new server. You have found the new YouTube. If you're watching it, so do me a favor right now. Just click those stars. Hopefully it's 5 stars. Leave us a review. It helps the show get noticed and keep going on. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. See ya. Nice.
Smoke weed every day.